What's up, guys? Anthony here with Empire Music, empiremusic.com. Man, killer bass today. Super excited. I'm always excited to play a Fender custom shop bass, especially a new one. Even though they look old, relict, it's new. Trust me. This thing slams. This is the 2021 collection precision bass. But what's it say at the top there, Brent? Zoom in on that. Look, he wasn't even ready. Look, I got him on his toes. What's that say up there? It says jazz bass. So what they did cool with this version here, P body, P pickup, but a jazz neck. They did this in the postmodern series a year or two ago, maybe 3 years ago. Maybe they did it 2 years in a row, where they came out with kind of the hybrid things. A lot of people request that. So you want the P bass sound and the aesthetic, but you're used to that 1.5 inches here at the nut, so the more narrow string spacing. A little bit more, to some people, a little bit easier to play. There's definitely a comfort factor to that. I love a traditional P bass, like 1.75 inches, but it's nice to play something 1.5 inches here. It's kind of an at-home feeling for the jazz bass guys that want to get that thuddier kind of P bass sound. And man, the pickup in this thing's a monster. Every now and again, you pick one up, and it's just like a real joy. Right from the first notes, I didn't touch this thing. I tuned it out of the box. No setup, no nothing. Now, I can't guarantee that anything you're gonna get's gonna be like that, but this particular one, right out of the box, man, always a good day in the shop when you get to play something like this that sounds that way too. It had that Paul Jackson-y kind of, and I was doing my best to kind of play that style, that real funky kind of staccato thing, and it just screams for that. So really, whoever gets this one's getting a real gem, and hopefully they're all like this, but absolutely slamming. So some of the specs, pretty simple, straightforward. 2-piece select alder body, nitrocellulose finish. We all like that good breathability you get out of it. It's gonna wear really nice. It's gonna get more relict as you play. 4 saddle vintage bridge underneath the cover here. Late 60s pickup under this cover. They say it's a 65 to 70 pickup. So late 60s, later half of the 60s. What happened then, Fender was actually bought out by CBS at that point, during that. And man, his pickup is a little bit, I take this with a grain of salt. It's always kind of opinion based here. And I was just commenting on a few of the YouTube videos last night that hopefully you guys have all watched all of them. A lot of it depends on how you attack. I have a pretty strong right hand. So, and I do a lot of my muting from left hand. So like I tended to dig into a bass. Pickup's gonna react different for my touch than your touch, the lighter player or the pick style player. So take everything, this is somewhat opinion based, but I feel like as we move through the years of precision basses and jazz basses to some extent, as music got louder, pickups got a little bit hotter. They were adding whines to kind of compensate for high gain guitars. So this is kind of a hot pickup, but not hot in a sense of like what I was doing with like the Charvel videos or anything like that. It's very, very articulate, as you can hear. I'll give a quick sound example before I jump up to the specs on the neck. I mean, honestly, that's like 2 different basses. And you're just getting it out of here, just from attack. And I'm not even playing, I generally would play right over the pickup. I'm actually playing in front of the pickup here, which isn't my particular sweet spot. So, I'm kind of leaving something off the table there with the bass. Killer instrument. Can't say that enough. This thing's a blast. So up to the neck here, quarter sawn maple neck. It's a 60s U shape. So the U has a tendency to get a little bit more oval on the back. A 70s U is gonna feel a little chunkier, but the 60s, it's pretty slim for anything with the U denotation to it. Rosewood fretboard, 7 1/4 radius, medium jumbo frets, lollipop tuners, always a cool touch. Love them. I think it's such a classic look on a bass. Some people don't like them, some people do. I particularly love them, and I would put them on my custom shop. Actually contemplating doing that. Are they reverse gear? I don't forget what's even reverse gear or front, but I think that is reverse gear tuners. I'll double check that information for you too, because I have basses with both on it, so I can't remember what's right and what's wrong. Who cares? It tunes up just fine. It's just specs. So sonically, let me make sure that E string's back in tune here. Pressure's on when you're tuning on camera, man. You can't get that wrong. So into some of the sounds here. What I was playing at the intro had everything wide open. We'll get back into that. So full volume, full tone. We'll go through finger, we'll go through some pick style, we'll move the hand around, we'll see what we got out of it, all right? Man, like, honestly, it's crazy the amount of tone difference that we're getting just from what you can give with your fretting hand or with your plucking hand and just moving it. This thing's a beast. I know I said that before, and I feel like I'm just like a broken record with this, but this is something totally killing. So I'm gonna roll some tone off of that and give you a few more examples of tone, then we'll kind of wrap it up. Give a little bit more than that. Had it about halfway. Roll that up to about 80, I think might be nice. Super responsive, very, very impressive. This is the Fender 2021 collection Precision Bass. We're not putting a year after it because it's kind of the take on the postmodern or the hybrid thing. We got P-bass body, P-bass pickup, J neck. So thinner width here at the nut. Ultra playable, ultra responsive. I would love to add this to my personal collection. I'm not gonna do it. We're gonna sell it instead. If you need anything, call me at the shop, 412-343-5299. Leave a comment below. Email me directly, anthony@empiremusic.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.